Top stories. State Security Minister David Mahlobo is expected to lead a government delegation to Vuwani outside Thohoyandou in Limpopo today, and he wants to meet with community members in an effort to normalise the situation in Vuwani and its surrounding villages. Protesters torched and vandalised 24 schools last week. Learning and teaching as well as business operations are still at a halt as the boycott of services is continuing. Government says it will set up camps for more than 2,000 grade 12 learners and provide them with mobile classrooms as mid-year exams are just around the corner. The interministerial team has already met with traditional leaders who are against the incorporation of their areas into a new municipality and those who are in support of the establishment of a new municipality in the Vembe region. Well, let's get more now on what's happening in the area. We cross to our reporter Mike Moringa, who's at Bongani village near Vuwani. Mike, good afternoon to you. So really plans are being fast-tracked to get things back to normal in Vuwani. Tell us about the program for the interministerial team. What are the objectives and what are the timelines?
Good morning to you, Natasha, and to our viewers at home. Let's indicate that it's indeed, for the very first time, the Minister of State Security, David Mahlobo, has come down to Mashau. This is one of the most affected areas where about 13 schools were touched, including plus the ones those that were touched at Vuwani since the beginning of the protest. Let us also indicate that the Interministerial Committee took a decision yesterday when they were in Polokwane that they will come down to Vuwani and all the affected areas to talk to community members. But today, the first thing that they did when they arrived here is to clean the road that was barricaded since the start of the protest here in Vuwani. And to get more on that, let me now talk to the Minister of State Security, Mr. David Mahlobo, who's here with me. Minister, I see you are cleaning the road. How far is this process going to go, and how does your program look like going forward?
No, thank you very much, and to all our viewers at home. Well, it's not the first time we came here. We're the first team to arrive in Mashau with the other ministers, Minister Van Rooyen. Well, we have taken a decision, like you know, that on a two-step approach. One is the stabilization of the situation. The stabilization is from a security element that the roads must be able to be cleaned, citizens must be able to go on with their lives. Second, we must deal with the question around the issues of education and the related issues around how to restore the education issues, of which the minister made announcements in Parliament yesterday, and also the MECs in the province, they are working on something. But then the other issue that we have agreed around the question that whatever these grievances people have, there is only one solution, is to sit around the table, listen to each other, and be able to hear what are these issues that communities are complaining about. Because remember, it's not a government process, the demarcation issue. It is a demarcation board which is independent from us. But the most fundamental issue is that there's been an agreement by all the traditional leaders of the affected communities to say, one, let's condemn violence. What has happened here, we should bury our heads in shame. It should not have happened. It's very barbaric. It's taking our children's future for granted. But at the very same time, they've agreed that we are going to go to various communities in their villages. And then we'll start to engage. When we go to the villages, it will be the traditional leader, the leadership, which is the municipal councillor, the mayors that are there, including the MECs from the province and the ministers that are going to be here. And we know that also other organizations and leadership of the structures on the ground, they are meeting with various people. We have met with the traditional leaders, religious leaders have been met. The education sector is also planning their own engagements. But the roads, they are fairly open. In all the main roads, people are actually able to move. The cars are moving, but the issues of having fear is still there.
But looking at the free movement that you are talking about, can we say for sure that calm has been restored here at Mashau and the surrounding areas? Calm
has been restored. You will know that over the last probably around more than 90 hours, there have not been an incident that has been reported here. But because of the violent nature, you could see when we're interacting with people around some of these communities, they're a little bit jittery. When they saw certain cameras, they wanted to run away because they don't want to be seen. But the fact that we are having the leadership of the municipality here, we are having the mayors that are here, it should give them confidence that they need to go on with their lives. And then we should be able to engage with business to say, open up the shops, ensure that clinics are open, so that all these other social amenities, people have an access. And if you look at our visibility of the law enforcement agencies here, you can't go for more than 10 kilometers, you can't see some of 1 or 2 deployment of our forces on the ground, and it has restored that calm.
Lastly, Minister, let's talk about Vuwani itself. You're supposed to meet the residents there. What can we expect?
Well, when we're meeting with the residents, there are 2 issues that we're going to engage with them. Firstly is to agree that let's stabilize the community. Have the normalcy coming back so that they can proceed with their lives. More importantly, so that issues of socio-economic activities are happening here. Secondly, the issues of security, that the security has been tightened. No one must intimidate people. We'll proceed and arrest more people that are actually having information that they've done this, they've done that. The 17 that appeared over the last 2 days in court, further arrests are going to be made, especially those who are ring leaders. Some of them have already been taken. Then we'll actually send that particular message. Then the other departments, there are other issues around development here. Then those departments that are responsible must discuss issues of development. This area is distressed economically, levels of unemployment, they're an issue. Then lastly, we should be able to discuss, allow the negotiations with those who are aggrieved by that team of the province, the municipalities, the demarcation board and the Minister of Culture to be able to put their heads together. Then they will be able to give the community's feedback. But on Saturday, as we have agreed with the leadership, it will culminate into a prayer. And then the details, they should be able to give out the details so that from Sunday, Monday, everybody's actually been able to enjoy his life under a free and a safe environment.
That was Minister of State Security David Mahlobo explaining that as from today they'll be cleaning this place, they'll be meeting with various stakeholders, communities to engage them so that they can stop violence. He also indicated that in the past 90 hours or so there has not been any violent incident in this area. But it will be very exciting to see how this government will be accepted or received by the people of Vuwani and surrounding areas when they start with their series of meetings. Natasha, it's back to you in the studio.
Mike, thank you very much. Our reporter Mike Moringa for an update there on what's happening in the situation in Vuwani. Well, we'll take a short break. I'll have your